So this is what we're going to weld. We put a bar underneath and clamped it, and we put a bar on this side to clamp it. So we don't want this or this to happen, because we have to put a tube on the inside. I was contemplating just doing a straight weld, but just given that I'm not doing too good as it is, I think I'm just going to do short little welds, take a break after each one and see what it looks like, and maybe a couple of them will be good. And then after that cools, we're going to switch this. If I was a very good welder, I could just weld that seam right there without getting into this pipe, but I'm not. So we'll let it cool, and then we'll switch that to that side, and we'll see how straight it is. So it really looks like this is more of a lap joint. I don't think lap joints pull as much as I think it's called a fillet, which is going to be more what that one is. So that's going to be, I think, more critical for bending. So the temperature is like around 170, 180. So what are we thinking of these? Yeah, like that one, I didn't do a weave pattern, and that didn't look good. That one. Yeah, and this one you can kind of say I didn't weave, and it didn't even come up onto the plate. So I get concerned when it actually looks like it's melting into the plate. Maybe it's too much? I don't know. Alright, that one, I didn't have a big enough weave pattern, and it was sliding down off the top. It wasn't staying up high enough. That one I tried to get up high enough, like a wider weave, yeah, and that was the original tack weld, which wasn't up high enough onto the 1/8 inch. Just a pondering. So like I'm starting on the bottom and pushing up. I wonder if I started on the top and just let it fall down, if it would be better. So I did up it a bit to 18.1 and 232 from 18 and 220. Those look like pretty good settings. I think it's just I gotta get my weave pattern down. Alright, so we welded this, and we're trying to keep it from warping the main tube, because there's another tube that has to go inside of it. So let's have a look here and see. So I'm holding this flush there, and I get out to here, maybe a 1/16 out of 12 inches. Let's see if we can get closer. Right, and this has to slide all the way to the other end. So this seems like it's still sliding with that much, a little bit of misalignment. Let's just, alright, we're gonna do a weld along here. We have a support on the bottom, and a support on the side that's clamped in to hopefully keep this thing from warping. Let's see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to say that seemed to work better. I try to focus on the top and just weave down instead of starting the bottom piece and weave up. I don't know. Felt better. Looks kind of better. Alright, gotta switch to the other side. Alright, so we cleaned up the first weld we did. I'm just using a finger test to make sure that we're not going to rip open any skin. Right there, yeah, a little bit. Something was right there. Whatever that is. Alright, I'll clean that one up yet. Alright, so all in all, just that something on this corner right here. Yeah, so like that one, I think I did a wide enough weave. I think these other ones I didn't have a wide enough weave going. That one didn't look too bad. Alright, so this is what we need to weld next. And I'm thinking, since this is a thicker metal, that I'm going to start on the base, the bottom, and weave up and see how those go. And because we do not want that to warp, we put a piece of tubing on the top, we put a piece of tubing on the back side, we even put a piece of tubing on the axle so the axle doesn't, you know, because this is more of, not a lap joint, but it's more of a fillet joint, so I don't want the axle to pull up and bend that way, because then that won't work. So we're going to get set up and try. Alright, let's see. Started there, so I was pushing up from the bottom, and then things weren't going so well. I'm not sure what was going on there. But over here I started focusing on the bottom, the horizontal piece, and pushing up. Seems when it's It seems like when the base was thicker, I could keep it up high and drag down, and then when the base was narrower, I could focus on the base and drag up. I'm not really sure. It just might be I'm a shitty at welding. But I guess it was fun to try different ways. I mean, there definitely is a couple of welds that looked more reasonable than others, and some just look pretty shitty. Look at that one. Yeah, that's not too bad, but this one's a little gnarly. Yeah, I don't know. Now that one I kind of like. Seems like it had like a little fillet going. Yeah, that's kind of mumble jumble stuff there. So this one, I was pulling it instead of pushing it. You know, I'm this way and I'm working this way so I can see better, I think, where the puddle's going. I tried to get the wire right into there instead of focusing up here and then dragging it down. I was trying to keep the course, the wire core, or whatever it is, right inside there and just weave pattern. So, you know, I don't know if that was a good one or not, but I kind of like it. Looks nice. Got a nice fillet to it. Anyways, we gotta let this cool off and we'll see where we're at. So, you know, 120. Kind of interesting inside the pipe. Looks like it's pretty hot there.